now for, for those who are outside of our zone here, whatever time is it. So grab something and let's get it going. All right, so let me. Awesome. All right, welcome, Mrs. Mabogunje. Thank you for joining today. Welcome. You always look good, madam. You always look amazing. Every time look fantastic. Thanks for all you're doing. Oh, my friend here, look to me, Sister Joyce. Welcome. That is my local girlfriend here. She's here in Houston with me. Thank you, my sister. God bless you. Thank you for all you're doing and all your vacation. I'm following you, so we need to go somewhere together. Okay,
I know, right?
yes, we need to go somewhere together. Let me see so I can be able to share my screen here. We can have other people join us whenever they are ready. Okay, let me go back. All right, so I'm going to be sharing my screen in a bit. So welcome, guys. Welcome to Female Leaders Roundtable. We do this every month, so it's a monthly event, and it is virtual. So we get to see each other, and we get to see other people from other states, other country, wherever they are, that we get to see them. And the purpose of this, is bringing leaders together, those that run businesses, those that run ministry, those that lead in one area or the other, is to help you to maximize your leadership potential and to be able to achieve more. Also, it is an opportunity to meet and network with other people. They always say the size of your network is determined by the size of your network. So this is one way of meeting people. Thanks to COVID, that now we can do a lot of things even virtually and still be very, very successful at it. So this is another way for those who want to leverage on relationship, want to increase their network. This is another opportunity to be able to do that, to make friends. They always say you are the average of the 5 people that you spend time with. And the more you know people, the more you're able to grow. So because other people will introduce you to their own network as well, to their own people. And from there, you are growing. So this is one way to do that. This is one way for people to hear what you do, to showcase yourself. You never know it's going to need your service. And if we don't need your service, we may know somebody that actually needs your service. I'm telling you, I may not need it, but then I may be in the company of other people, or maybe having meeting with other people, and then somebody just say, oh, I need someone. One of my clients was telling me the other day, like, oh, Victoria, I need a contractor. I need somebody that can come to the house and do this and do that. I'm like, okay, I got you, ma'am. I have somebody. But if I don't have. I'm like, I don't. So, but this may be another opportunity for you to share what you do. And you don't know who is going to need your service or who is going to share your service to other people. So we do this every month, every second Friday of the month, the same time. We really want to be able to keep it to one time, 1 hour from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. I mean, if we extend a little bit, maybe just a few minutes over, but I don't want it to be more than 1 hour, so that whatever you're doing, you can be able to do it. I know you're done, and then be done with it. Let's see. People are not. Let me see here. Okay, so at this point, we are going to introduce ourselves. I'm going to introduce myself, and then you introduce yourself. Tell us what you do, what you want us to know about yourself, so like these other people can know something about you. So my name is Victoria Showme. Most of you know me. I'm the First Lady V. Yeah, Queen V. Yes, yes, yes. I go by that, First Lady V. And I'm a co-pastor. I co-pastor a local church here with my husband in this beautiful Houston, Texas. I'm married with 3 amazing children, and I am a coach. I'm a speaker. I'm a trainer. I'm a mentor. I'm in the healthcare field. So I love health talk, and I also take care of seniors. So if you are in Houston and you know any senior that need home care, that need help at home, so that is where Petra Home Care comes in. We take care of the seniors in the Houston area here. So that is a little bit about me. So who wants to go next? No sweet, very, very brief, like 30 seconds, say it, so we can move on to the next person, and then we can actually dive into what we have today, which is going to be interesting and interactive. Who wants to go next? Welcome, 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 Isabel. Thank you for joining. So who wants to go first to introduce ourselves and tell us what you do in 30 seconds or less?
I'll go.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'm Joyce Melendez. I'm in the Houston area. I am a health insurance agency owner, and I am also a coach. I help women discover their superpowers so they can be able to reinvent themselves to become whatever God wants them to be. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Who is next that want to go? Mr. Netta, you ready? Yes, ma'am.
Sorry about that. Good day, everyone. She said 30 seconds or less. My name is Annetta Works Sally, and I celebrate U365. What that means is in the marketplace where women's voices are being heard and understood and having impact, I celebrate that with coaching, training, as well as mentoring. I'm also a ministry leader, which means that in everything, God is first, even in the marketplace. It's his territory where we are to be successful and bring glory to his name, that the world may know that he is Lord. Do that through accountability life coaching. And I hope to get back here with all of you and talk about how we can amplify our voices and stretch our sphere of influence. Back to you, Pastor.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. I celebrate to 365. Always love your energy. I've missed you and I'm glad you are back. Yes, ma'am. All right, Mrs. Mabo Gunja, you want to go? I know you're driving. If it's okay for you, if not, we can come back to you later on. Okay, it's like your reception is a little weak, so we couldn't hear you. So your reception is, yeah, we can hear you. I don't know if you're hearing me. If you are saying something, we can hear you. So probably maybe when you get to, no, it's not coming through. So probably, okay. You are muted, but I guess probably the signal where you are is not that strong. So it is not coming through on this end. So I would say drive a little further. Probably you get to a place where you have a good reception and we will be able to let you introduce yourself. If not at this time, maybe towards the end. All right, Pastor Mrs. Oluolapade, you want to go?
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Olu Olabode. and I live in beautiful British Columbia in Canada. I'm so excited to be here. As always, it's always a wonderful time of networking and just fellowshipping. So I am, when you ask us to raise ourselves, sometimes you just kind of feel like, okay, where do I start from? So like you mentioned, I co-pastor with my husband as well, a church in beautiful British Columbia. I'm a mom of 4 nations. A speaker, a coach, a trainer to women is like my calling. I love to do it. And my thing really is to help women unleash themselves from limitations and thrive in their God-given purpose and every area of their lives. And there's also, I would say I'm an embodiment of so much. We also have businesses on the side. So I'm glad to be part of this. First Lady V is like a businesswoman. So when you mingle with her, things happen. Yes. And then I'm also an author of 14 books as well.
That is super.
That's a little about
amazing. Wow, 14 books, guys. Can you believe that? Yeah, that is amazing. And I know she does this thing called boot camp, where so she does boot camp. So for those who really are like on that, I want to
I love to help people write their books.
So she does that. So I can tell you, if you're ready, if you want to get things done, if you want to have your book, if you've been working on a book and you've been struggling with it, I would tell you, you need to hook up with her. That book is gonna be birthed like right there. Actually, she's a purpose coach, dream coach. What is it? You're muted, woman of God. You can say better. She helped you to birth that purpose. So if book is part of the
purpose midwife.
Yeah, purpose midwife.
So exactly. I have to stir you up to birth that book.
Exactly. So if you want to birth a book right away, we should still have time before the end of the year. I would say she has a group. She does this. I don't know when the next one is coming up, but she would share with us towards the end. Yeah, she has that. I mean, it's like soup. Before you know it, you'll be like, yes, my book is here. And who was smart to celebrate that achievement? 14 books. Oh God, you got a woman of God.
To God be the glory.
All right, Mrs. Mabogun, just like you are in a better place now to share. Awesome.
Yeah, the queen. Good afternoon. I'm going to correct you again. Oh my God, Pastor Victoria is my sister-in-law. We have been married in the same family for almost 18 years. I've been married into that family now for almost 18 years. And you still call me Miss Mabogunje. I am Mrs. Odejobi.
Mrs. And I'm proud Odejobi, look at me. Oh,
it's like me calling
me from behind here.
Sorry,
no,
sorry.
I'm actually, I met
I'm going to find you for doing that all the time.
Yes. Well, thank God my husband we paid.
Opportunity. I'm actually going for another women's meeting. Just quickly introduce myself. The light is not good. So I am Mrs. Adiola Mabogunje Odejobi. The last video we did, I explained why I bear that name. It's the judge that did that when I filed my citizenship. And when I joined the Victoria Achievers Club, I was a woman that was raising kids. I'm a woman that struggled to accept the fact that raising children can stalk you at home sometimes. And I continue to struggle with it. So Women Be Branded was battered due to the fact that I had so many visions, dreams, ambition, career. It was like at a point my career was seated in one place. I said that there has to be a way out. I can't just sit here, wake up, clean the house, take care of the children, wake up. No, that's not what I wanted. So, and I began to figure things out. I remember I launched my makeup line or Last Glam while I was pregnant of my last baby. And everything planned out and it materialized. And then that was how I started Women Be Branded, that your dreams and visions and ambitions can be achieved even while you are being a full-time mom. And I was able to unimaginably I saw people transforming, people that I've known for so many years who had businesses and they never branded it.
Mhm.
The main purpose of Women Be Branded is to encourage people around the world. Now men are saying that they want to join Women Be Branded, that it can't be for women alone. And thank God for that. And even
Awesome,
men
awesome.
change, and that is it. And then I recently started an online digital business, which brought me totally out of my shell. And before the online digital business, we started the Fruitful Vine Ministry, which is now 2 years
5
old.
seconds more.
And then, and it has changed my world. Being a part of Victoria Achievers Club, I always say it when I share my testimony, has changed my world. It brought out my ministry, my business, and Women Be Branded, and other things. Thank you so much. Done.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome. Mrs. Mabogunje Odejobi, thank you. Yes, pardon me, pardon me, pardon me. My brain. Oh my God, is it because it's Friday? All right, Sister Isabel, we have go, followed by Pastor Annie, and then we can dive into today. I'm very conscious of time. You ready, Isabel?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. So good to be here, to see all your faces and hear your lovely voices again. My name is Abidemi Isabel Ibok, and I'm connecting with you all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a fashion designer, a fashionpreneur, a fashion tutor, anything fashion. That's what I am. I'm a mother of 3 beautiful children. I'm a businesswoman, and I'm so happy to belong to Victoria's Achievers Club. It has really opened me up to see greater things and more wonderful things as well.
Thank you so much. Yeah, she now has the academy where she train other people to be fashion designer to make beautiful clothing. Awesome, sharing you on all the way. All right, Pastor Annie, if you're able to talk and you unmute yourself and say hello, introduce yourself a little bit, and we will dive into today.
Hello, everyone. How are we all doing today?
Great, great.
My name is Pastor Annie, and I thank God to be here. I'm into marriage counseling, um, into ministry, pretty much it for now. Believing God for greater things. Thank you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for sharing that. And you guys know the Achievers Conference that we did last month. She was one of our panelists, and she discussed on relationship. And we were able to, thank God, somebody was helping us to able to break out the session, because for the Saturday was a very lengthy session on YouTube. I think it was over 3 hours, almost going to 4 hours. So we've broken it down. So we have the panel session, and then we have the session for Pastor Joy. I haven't been able to upload Pastor Joy's session by itself. I'm having some issue with it, but the panel session is uploaded. It's on my YouTube. If you go on my channel right now on Victoria Show Me, you will see the panel discussion. We see 3 of us. That is the thumbnail. Is 3 of us just sitting down and then diving into this. It was very, very interactive because we have a lot of questions. People were asking questions. I know everything was not concluded in one day, but it was a way to get us started talking about relationship, having the right foundation in relationship. And we did talk about parenting as well. So watch out this space, because we're going to be bringing them back on, all of our panelists, to be able to share more in depth with us and be able to answer questions that we might have. And we are working also to be able to have our own podcast. So more to come in that. So I'm excited with where we are going. All right, all right. So welcome again, everyone. Thank you for those who are able to make it. So we are going to dive into what we have to talk about today, and it is time management. Time management. This is going to be interactive, but at the same time, I want us to be very conscious of time so we can be done here when can be done at 2 exactly. So welcome, we did that. Everybody has introduced themselves. If there's any particular person you will want to connect with, please, you can comment in the chat. You can put your information in the chat. Some people may not hear you well when you say something. Put your information in the chat so other people can connect with you. You can post your social media handle in the chat there also. Let's connect with each other. Let's follow each other. If you haven't followed me on Facebook, please do. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, yes, please do. Please do. Like what we are doing right now, I'm streaming it on the channel so that people can go back in later and be able to watch on the replay. So do that. Put your information in the chat and let's connect. So today we're talking about time management strategy. All right, so my first question is, when you hear of time management, what comes to mind? Can time be managed? Let's make it interactive, leaders, because this is part of our time also that we're spending here together. So when we talk about time management, what comes to mind? If somebody say, "Doug, give me something on time management," what will you say? What comes to mind? You can raise your hand. You can just unmute yourself and say something. That is okay. Go for it.
When I think of time management, I think of managing time and what that really looks like. And I know today you are going to demystify what managing time really is. And not to be all churchy about it, but God is outside of time and he holds it in his hand. So I know in order for me to really manage my time, there must be a strong connection to something where it's apart from me, because I can't manage my time without a strong foundation or connected. That's what I think of. So
yes, thank you, woman of God. Yes. Anybody else want to share on time management? Anybody? You know, if we yes, somebody want to say something. Woman of God, go ahead, Pastor.
Yeah, I wanted to just say that in addition to what Lady Aneta said, I believe that time can be managed. Time is fixed, so we have a certain amount, but then we must know when we have the highest energy levels so that we can properly budget our time. Because just like finances, we budget for finances, time can also be budgeted. I was just going to add that to what she said.
Yes, exactly. Time can be budgeted. You know, for example, for people that work under, if you work for an organization, if you want to take time off, you plan for it. You request for that particular time, like, oh, 2 weeks, I need to be on vacation, or just 1 day. So if we can do that, then on a daily basis, it should be like a regular thing that not just is pushed to just one time, like, okay, maybe when I need vacation or when I'm planning for something, but it should be part of what we do every day. Yes. Thank you for those who have shared. Thank you so much. You know, I'm bringing back to, you know, what Lady Aneta said when she talks about, you know, everything is consistent in God. You know, in the book of, I mean, this is not a preaching, but in the book of Psalm 90, you know, verse 12, it says, help us. The Lord help us to number our days. That is like to put things in perspective. Help us to number our days. That means to be conscious of our time, to be conscious of how we spend our days, what to do on a daily basis, to help us so that we may apply our hearts to wisdom. Help us to be able to map out how we spend this time. And this time is very finite, guys. This time, I mean, God is the only God that is in and out of time. We have limited number of time. We may not know it, but we do. And it's like, God help us, like this time that we have, the 24 hours that I have, that you have, each and every one of us have, either you big, you small, we have the same thing. Help us to be able to spend it well, that is very productive, is leading to start something tangible, is coming out of every day of our life. that no time is lost, no time is waste. So time management, we're talking about it. And fact about time, these are a few facts about it, is a most valued asset. Time is your most valued asset. I'm telling you, it's your most valued. So that is why you want to be conscious of how you spend your most valued asset. For example, I remember, still younger, and our mothers, we have some dishes, very, very expensive dishes. They value those things like even before you touch them. It's like, don't break my stuff. That is very valuable. They are very concerned about it. So time to us as well is the same thing, is something we have to cherish, something we have to value, something we have to be conscious of how we use it. It's like your money. I mean, I don't think there is anyone that will just go out and just be throwing money away left, right, and center. Here in the United States, for people, you work hard to get money. I don't think you just go on the street one day and just throw money anywhere. We wouldn't do that because we know that we work so hard to get that money, and we're not just going to throw it anyway. The same thing, time is actually more valued than money. Time is actually more valued than money because you cannot put certain figure, certain amount of number on that particular time. You cannot say, oh, my hour is this. But how we use the time determines what we are able to produce out of the time. Each of us, we have the equal number of hours given, equally given. God is very generous, like to everyone. It doesn't matter whether you love God, you don't love God, He gives you the same thing. So like nobody's being like, I'm at a disadvantage because I don't have enough time as Lady V. I don't have enough time as Lady Annette. You are not at a disadvantage. We are basically on the same playing field, having access to the same thing, and now the accountability and the responsibility is now on us. Like, how do we manage this? How do you use your time? Because the time is going to come that you're going to give account on this time. How do you spend it? If you look at this week, today is Friday, we are wrapping up the week. How did you spend this week? What were you able to accomplish this week? What are the things that you produce out of this week? If we look at God, every single day of the week, God has a task. When God was created the heavens, there was a task for a specific day, and everything was done on that. And even to the time that then God rested. So if you were to look back at this week, what did you accomplish on Monday? What did you accomplish on Tuesday? What did you accomplish on Wednesday? You had 24 hours on each of these days, and I had the same thing. What were you able to accomplish? When Thursday, the same thing, and now today is Friday, then Saturday, Sunday. What will you be able to make happen in those 2 days? How we manage the time, how we spend the time will determine the products, the outcome, what will come out of it. If we treat time as like anything else, then we will not get anything out of it. And time, once you lose it, you can never regain it back. You can never. I mean, we pray to God that God help us that, to redeem the time. It is only God that can help us to redeem the time. If you lose money, if you lose money, you can cry for help and be like, you know what? I lost $10,000. I need somebody to give me $10,000. Somebody might be able to give you that money and be like, you know what? I really love you so much. I will give you that $10,000 that you lost. But if you tell someone like, no, what, I just lost 24 hours, can you give it back to me? I'm sorry, nobody can do that. It is only God that can help us to redeem the time. So nobody can give you that opportunity. It is only God. And that is why you want to be conscious of like, okay, this time that God has given to me, how am I spending it for my own betterment? How am I spending it as somebody that God has created and that God has committed all these little things, all these destinies, all these resources, ministries, people into my hand? How am I maximizing this time to help, those that have been committed into my care to really be the best? That whoever is coming out of me, they are being productive, they are being blessed. How am I spending that time? And time cannot be controlled. We are not God, but can be managed. Time, you cannot control time. You cannot. You know, it is only God. We cannot, if we need to control time, you need the intervention of God. You know, like when Joshua, when the Israelites were fighting, they need the intervention of God to be able to stop the sun. Like you just said, you need divine intervention. We cannot control the time, but we can manage it. And with the help of God, we can do all those things. So time, your most valued asset. So before you give it away, before you spend it anyhow, just know that this time that I'm giving out, if I lose it, if it's not productive, I cannot have it back again. That time is done and is done with. So time is your most valued asset. And how you spend it is up to you. And that is actually what separates achievers from non-achievers. Successful people from non-successful people is how we all manage what has been allocated to us. From the time you wake up to the time you go back to sleep, and all the things you do in between, how do you manage it? Know that time cannot be controlled, but can be well managed. That you can control that, you can manage it very well. So what is time management? This I pull up from a dictionary somewhere, that it is a systematic approach of you prioritizing your task, all the things that you have to do, that you have to complete, so that the most important things are done within certain amount of time. There are some things that are productive that will give you a return on your investment. And there are things that once you spend it, even you yourself, you can't even say, this is what I gained from this thing that I just did. But being able to do things that are productive, that will advance you, that will propel you forward, that is time, that is meaning you're able to manage your time well. Because there are so many things that are competing for your time, so many things that are competing for your attention. And if you are not able to discern from what will be productive, what will lead to something, and something that will not, then you're going to be wasting time. So it's now knowing, like, these things, I need to do it because it's going to move me closer to my goal. It's going to help me to achieve the things I need to achieve. It's going to help me to become this. Then I'm focusing on this. You don't have to be involved in everything. Every task that is presented on your table, you do not have to attend to it, but you attend to what you know you're going to get the most return out of it, and what is going to advance you, advance your dream, advance your goal, advance your business, advance your ministry. That is what you spend time on. Everything does not have equal advantage. It's like looking at our fingers. They are not equal. So some things do not carry the same weight at all. Some activities weigh zero. Yes, ma'am. Some activity weighs zero, and you may invest time in it, but the outcome is still going to be zero. Meanwhile, some activities, they weigh a lot. They have a really, they will bring about transformation if you actually do it. Okay, so moving on. So why do we need to really manage our time? What are the benefits if you manage your time well, if you are conscious of how you spend your time? And this is it. It's going to increase your effectiveness. You're going to be effective if you manage your time well, because these days you hear people say, oh, I wish I have more time. Oh, I wish I have more time. Oh, I wish I have more time. We all wish we have more time. But sometimes, what do we mean by that? We mean that we are able to accomplish certain things. That is what we mean. Like, oh, I wish I have more time. Time for what? Oh, so I can do this. So I can do this. So I can do this. But is everything of equal importance? Probably no. But does one thing weigh more than the other? Probably yes. Does something need to be done right now? Probably yes. Can something wait for later time? Probably yes. Can something just need to be off your table? Probably yes. All right. So the benefit is help to increase our effectiveness, so that you are not just all over the place. You're not just going to be like, wow, today is gone. What did I do today? And like nothing to show for it. Increases your effectiveness, your efficiency, your productivity. It reduces stress and anxiety. Because if when you manage your time well, you are not constantly going to be like, when people get to the point where like they are the deadline, it's like everything deadline, 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 trying to catch up, trying to catch, like, whoo, that is a lot of stress if you are trying to catch up all the time, you know. But if you have managed time well, you can know that I don't want to get to the point where I'm stressing out, where I'm playing catch up all the time, where I'm like under this enormous pressure to get things done. But I plan things out so I can get things done that I need to get to. So if an all emergency happens, you are not that stressed, you are not that pressed. It helps to achieve balance in life. It helps to achieve balance, you're able to have time for certain things, and also you're able to have time for your wellness as well. It boosts your self-confidence when people see that you're achieving things. You're achieving things. You say, like, I will use woman of God, Pastor Labode, you want to write a book, you get it done. You want to do this, you get it done. I mean, it boosts your confidence that you're achieving things. You are achieving things. And people want to be in your space. People want to be around those who are making things happen. Nobody wants to be around those who are like not going anywhere. So it will boost your confidence that people are looking up to you. They're cheering you on. They see what you're doing and they want to be in your space. So it boosts your confidence and it helps you to reach your goal. When you have managed your time well, you are doing certain things, certain time, you do what you need to do ahead of time. It helps you to reach your goal. You manage your time. You want to write a book, when you're writing the book, you block out some time for this and this. You want to prepare for a speaking, you know what to do. Thank you. Yes, Sister Neda, balance is equity. Yes. It helps. I mean, this is huge. I know I was sharing with somebody one time that you can't get everything done, but you can get the most important things done. If you plan well and you manage your time accordingly, you'll be able to get the most things that needed to be done. You can get them done within that time frame. Okay, thank you. We are moving on. If you have anything you want to add, you can put in the chat. I want to run through this and then we have time to ask some questions. So here it's talking about some strategies to getting things done. Yes, you have a million of things to do in a day. You have a million. You want to write a book. You want to lose weight. You want to write a journal. Whatever it is, you have so million things to do, right? You want to visit a family. You want to do that. What are the strategies to get things done? Rather than just talking about it. Some people can talk about things and talk about it and talk about it and talk about it and never do anything. The time you are taking to talk about it, the time you are thinking about it, that time can be using to actually getting things done. So yeah, there are two major principles that people have talked about when it comes to managing your time well. One, they call it the Pareto principle. And probably you have had that, probably you've had that before. The Pareto principle, where like 20% of your activities, of the things that you need to do, will generate 80% of the result that you are looking for. 20% of your activities, of your task, will give you result of 80%. Yes, Pareto principle. It can be applied to anything, even for those that have businesses. We see that there are certain customers that they are probably pulling in the 80% of your revenue, and may just be 2 or 3 of them. There are a handful of them, but their effect is great to your business. And the same thing with time, that with activities. They have a handful of activities that when you do it, you know that you're like 80%, like, wow, this is huge. That is what the Pareto principle talk about. And then we have what they call the ABC method. The ABC method is just helping you to prioritize what you need to do, to put them in the order of most important to least important. And we are going to go through that. So the Pareto principle, I talk about it, 20% of your effort and task will produce 80% of the result that you really need. All right. And sometimes we are caught up in the 80% that we only yield 20% result. That we only yield 20% result. And the ABC method is like you are assigning and you are prioritizing all the things that you need to get done based on this ABC method. That means A, they are very most important. They are things that they are non-negotiable. You have to do it. Non-negotiable, you have to do it. Very, very important to you. And what happens if you don't do those things? There are going to be major, major, major consequences. Major, major consequences. That if I don't, like if you don't pay certain bill, in certain day, maybe, you know what, they might cut off your service. They might charge you a late fee, whatever it is that you have to do it. You have to deliver a product to a client. You know, if you don't do it, you're probably going to lose that customer. Very, 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 very important. Then you assign A, like B, capital A to that. And B is like they are important, but they are not urgent. They're important, but you can get to them later. And getting to them later, I mean, if you don't get to them later, then they become important. They become like, oh, live, when we talk about life-threatening situation, they can advance to that. There are things you need to do, but like right now, because you have pressing need, you can do other things and then come back to them. But if you don't go back to them within certain time, they become a major thing as well, because now time is passing on them as well. If you don't do it right now, they have mild consequences, but if you don't do it later on, it becomes a major issue. And C, they are nice things to do, but you know what? They are not so important. If you don't do it, there are no consequences. There are no consequences. If you don't do it now, nothing. But they are nice things to do, really nice thing to do. But if you don't do it, well, nothing, nobody's gonna die. You know, you're still gonna survive, you're still gonna be living. And then G, there's some activities that, you know, when you look at it, like, you know what, somebody, my son can do this. I don't have to do this. The video that I split, I don't even know how to split video. Rather than me spending hours and figuring things out, I just say, Tolu, can you help me to, you know, break this long video, break them into little pieces, and let me tell you, like in 30 minutes, it was done. You don't have to do everything. There's something you just delegate to it. They may not do it, and there may things that probably you can do, but at the same time, it's going to take time away from you. Let somebody else do it, as long as it's not a life and death situation that, you know, maybe to clean up the dish. They may not do it your way, but you know that, okay, at least I can rinse it when I just want to use it again. Or maybe that's not important. Or like vacuuming, for example, vacuuming, you know, we have certain way we want to vacuum. Let the kid do it. If they don't get it right today, next time they will get it right. So you don't have to do it all the time. Delegate. And E is just eliminate. Yeah, sometimes things that you delegate, they will do it better. I'm telling you, way better than you do. You think your way is the only way? No, ma'am. Try other people, you will be amazed. I like, wow, I don't know you can do that. Yeah, they will do a fantastic job. All right, so now really getting things done. I mean, and this is an approach that I have been employing for some time now, and it has been helping. So as busy people, especially you are a leader, you are doing all this, you are busy, right? You have so much that you have to do. This is the advice, like this Sunday, I mean, depending on your schedule, right? But either Sunday night or Monday morning, everything you want to get done this week, everything you want to make happen this week, get a sheet of paper, a journal, whatever it is, and begin to write things out. Oh, I want to call a Sister Neda this week. Oh, I need to schedule a doctor's appointment. I need to register this business. Oh, I need to write at least a chapter of my book. Oh, I need to send out email. Oh, I need to walk the dog. Oh, I need to do shopping. Everything that you know, like this, the week you are entering into, you have to do. Write everything down as they're coming to your mind. Think again, just like get a scrap paper and just start writing things down, just begin to write. As it's coming to your mind, you begin to write. And after you've done writing everything, then you now follow either the ABC method or the Pareto principle and look at What is it that are pressing, that they have to be done first, that they have to be done? They have to be done. If you don't do it, they are going to lead to a major consequences. It's like you have a leak in your house. If you don't fix it, and then it's continuing to rain, you're going to have a major problem. So like, look at it and prioritize. What is it that I have to do it? If I don't do it now, something is going to happen. And it may be your health. Maybe that you need to see a doctor. If you don't see your doctor, then that issue might escalate. You look at everything. Though we call it a thought download. Download everything. Everything you need to do. You need to train somebody. You need to orient somebody. You need to coach somebody. You need to mentor somebody. You need to drop off that kid at school. You need to go to their soccer game. You need to pray. You need to read that chapter of the book. Everything, whatever comes to mind, everything, you write it down and then begin to now look at it. What are the things that they are non-negotiable on this list that has to be done? And looking at it, they can say, this I have to do it, and this I can ask. If you have a virtual assistant, maybe your virtual assistant can do it. Maybe your daughter can do it. Maybe your spouse can do it. I say, you know what? And it's okay, let them do it. But once you know ahead of time, it makes it easy for you to actually assign and delegate them to do it. Yes, what does not get written down and scheduled often does not get done. Yes, what you don't write down, most of the time it doesn't get done. And this is what is going to make you very effective, because it helps you that you are working from a list. So once you have written things down, then you begin to look at it, you begin to prioritize what needs to get done. And whatever needs to get done, you now take your calendar. Oh, you guys know I love calendar and I love planner and journal. You now take your journal and begin to now transfer it to your journal and assign the time, the date that these things needs to be done. Okay? You assign the date and the time that needs to be done. If you're going to have your quiet time, when do you want to have your quiet time? Okay, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. You begin to transfer everything into your calendar. Or sometimes I use my phone. Like certain things, I schedule everything on my phone so that the alarm will go off at certain time, maybe like 10 minutes ahead of time, 15 minutes ahead of time. So I know that whatever I'm doing, I need to wrap up, because at exactly 1, at exactly 2, I am transitioning into this. So you do your top download and then you transfer what needs to be done. And not everything is going to make it onto your calendar. All right? Not everything. Not everything. Maybe there you have put down, maybe watch TV for 2 hours. But when you look at the things that really needs your attention, watching TV, I don't think that would be of high priority there. Then you can think, you know what, this one, I can move it to another time. All right? And you schedule your activities, not plug them in, and you work based on the calendar. And it helps because then you are being productive. You are doing things that will give you result. You are spending that time on things that will give you result, that will make you efficient, give you tangible result. And also, as you are doing that, you are scheduling the free time in between. You are scheduling your break in between. You are not a robot. Even God, after God created everything, the Bible says on the 7th day he rested. I don't know, sometimes we think that, no, we don't need rest. Who tell you don't need rest? And these days, no, women, we multitask a lot. We do a lot of things. And sometimes you just hear some sad story about someone that you saw last week, or you heard of them last week, and they just dropped dead. God forbid that. You need to create that time. You need that mental break for your brain to reset itself, to regenerate itself. So please don't be a robot, okay? We are not a machine, whatever it is. Create time in between that. This time is blocked. It's blocked for me time. It may be 15 minutes. It may be 20 minutes, but you block it for yourself. Self-care, yes. Self-care, mindfulness, you have to be intentional about it. And as you have intention for other things to be done, your business, intention for your health. Health is wealth. And if your mind is well rested, then it's able to process information again. It can do better. You know, it's like when you maintain your car, it's able to run smoothly. But what you don't maintain, you're not going to get the result. The same thing with your brain. If you still want to be alert, to be productive, you need rest. Don't let anybody say continue to work and you rest. Nope. 10 minutes, 5 minutes, just shut things down and just like, no, guys, I'm going into the room for the next 30 minutes. I don't want any knock on the door. Nothing. You turn off your phone, notification, everything is out. All right, let me wrap up this. All right, so for productivity, plan and organize your day. Please, please, please. Whatever, except in case of emergency. That is where you do things outside of what you have planned. Emergency do happen, right? But when emergency actually happens too, it helps you to be able to say, you know what, now this emergency is over. I need to get back to things. And also when certain things happen, it helps you to be like, you know what, I have to do this around this time. I will not be able to engage in any conversation. I will not be able to do this because I have some things that need deadline that I have to meet. It helps, and thing is, you're able to manage and minimize interruption. Social media is another big interruption, right? Social media, you are getting those alerts, you're getting those notifications that somebody just commented on your post, and then quickly like, oh, let me go see who commented. No, you don't have to. You can do what we call time blocking. Time blocking can be like maybe after dinner. You just say, you know what, 30 minutes after dinner, 1 hour after dinner, I'm going to respond to all the emails that I got, and I'm going to respond to my social media, look at my social media. And after that 1 hour is up, I'm done. Maybe the next time is tomorrow. Because if not, those are the things that will constantly be taking the time away from you. And before you know, you'll be like, oh, you want to respond to something. And then you know that you stray away into something else, into something else, into something else. And 1 hour later, you're on TikTok. 2 hours later, you're just scrolling Instagram. 3 hours later, it's like, oh my God, I'm still here. But block time for it. And once that time you block is off, move on to the next activity. So use time blocking and focus time, that you block things out and you just focus on certain things. That is where you get most out of the time, not when you are multitasking. You are checking the emails and then you are typing. You're going to be distracted. You're going to send email to wrong person. Have you ever done that? Or maybe you're testing, you're doing something and then you want to send a text. You remember that, oh, you are responding to somebody's text that is totally different from what you're saying. All right. So, but when you are focused, and I've seen that with email, I'm like, I will check email this time, I will check email. And when I'm checking email, I'm checking it and I'm responding to it. Because sometimes you check email, you just check. You know that there are things you need to respond to, but then you go back later and maybe going through which one do I need to respond to. But once you block the time, and time is email and social media, whatever it is, you look at your email, what you need to delete, you delete from your inbox, right? Because inbox, you know our inboxes. I just check on the top, click everything, and then look at what I need to see, and then open that and everything, I just trash. Whatever I need to respond to right there, I respond to it. Because if you don't respond to it right there, emails are gonna come, and then you're gonna be looking, searching through to filter through what you need to respond to. And sometimes you might miss an important message. Okay, so time blocking, focus time, minimize your interruption to get things done. And this somebody told me, say for anything that you're doing, or any activities that you're doing, maybe you are watching TV, you are talking to someone, I always ask yourself, is this the most valuable use of my time right now? If the answer is no, then maybe you shouldn't be doing it. Okay, if you are in the company of somebody for 1 hour, 2 hours, and you guys are talking and you are not getting anywhere, just ask, is this the most valuable use of this time? If I'm losing it, I cannot regain it back. If the answer is no, just say, you know what, can we catch up on this later on? I get to do some other things. Okay, and oh my God, I love this. If you want to get things done, manage your time well, you have to learn to say no. And I always say to people, no is a complete sentence. No is a complete sentence. You don't need to say anything after it. If somebody asks you for something, oh, Lady V, will you be It's not a bad word, not at all. Oh, Lady B, can you come this evening between 7 and 8? If I look at my calendar, if I have something else that I'm doing at that time that I know is very important, it's okay to say no. People have called me to do an anthology book where I'm working on certain things. And I'm like, I can't. Not that they always say you can't serve two masters at the same time. You're gonna be loyal to one over the other. There is no way. Like I say at this time, no. There will always be another time, guys. There will always be a next time. There will always be. The fact that you cannot do it now doesn't mean it's never. It just means like right now, as you want me to do it, no. And I say no is a full sentence. You don't need to explain yourself. I mean, certain times, depending on the relationship, you may want to say, I wish I can do it now, but I'm doing something. Next time I will do this. Depending on the relationship. But if the answer is no, it's no. Oh, Victoria, can we go to Vegas together next weekend? And I know that I don't have that free time. It's no, and that is okay. That is okay. Yes, no, without an apology, it gives you peace of mind. I'm telling you, rather than saying yes and if we're going out, like how you going to make it happen? You cannot split yourself in two places. No, no is no. Yeah. I mean, for now, they may not understand, but later on, when they know how you work, then they'll be like, oh my God, yes. So these are some time management app that some of them are free, and over time, they may want you to pay for it. But if you know anything that you're using that has been working for you, woman of God, Pastor Lola, but there I know because you are like, you get things done, you can share with us some of your time management strategies. Please share with us, share with us, share with us. And I'm going to stop sharing on here. It says this quote is from Charles Buxton. He said, you will never find time for anything. But if you want to find time, you must make it. You will never find time for anything, but if you want that time, you have to make it happen. You have to schedule it. You have to put it on your calendar. It's not just going to happen. You have to put it in. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing. Oh, actually, before I stop sharing, few things for next month, I'll put that back in. Let me stop sharing and hear from the woman of God as she shares some knowledge with us. Pastor Mrs. Oluwalapade, unmute. Yes, ma'am.
Lady V, oh Lord, I'm just laughing. It's interesting because I was just smiling here. Yesterday, I have a group of women that I'm doing a 15-week mastermind with, and it's called a stretch mastermind. And so yesterday is interesting because we were talking about, and what I spoke about yesterday was cut. So we're talking about elimination, things we have to eliminate. And so as you're sharing, I'm like, it's like you just saw my notes. I was just laughing because these were a lot of things that I shared yesterday. I was like, wow, 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 wow. And one of the things that really that connected, even as you were speaking, was I remember the one quote I saw from Steve Jobs, who said that as many things as people see, a lot of things that they said yes to. We see the iPhone, we see the iPad, we see the iPod. He said, but we had to say as many no's to those things that we said yes to. We said many more no's actually than we said yes to. So imagine, and I was saying that I said, Apple is a company that we can learn so much from. Apple is so strategic. They know their target audience. They know what they wanted to get, and they get it every single time. In fact, the Apple people that use Apple products are so loyal to the products. You wonder why? Because Apple has done their research. And I said to them, I said, we need to learn from some of these companies what they are doing. And another thing that I read, I was sharing from the book Free to Focus by Michael Hyatt. And he also said something. He said yes and no. So when you were sharing, I was like, He said yes and no are the biggest productive words ever. Every time you say no to something, you are saying yes.
Saying yes to something
else. So it's just based on your priority. So we're thinking, I said we always wish we have 35 hours. We have 32 hours. Sorry, God knew we only needed 24. But if we would just manage our time, like we were saying, budget your time in line with your priorities. And you shared a lot of tools that we can use. If we would just follow the rule and look at people that are, that are high achievers, just like you, Lady V, sometimes I'm like, how do you, How does she do all the things that she does like an octopus, like so many hands? But it's some of these things that you're sharing right here. So I just I'm so grateful, and that's why the power of networking. So even we'll begin to share it with as many more people that want to join, because when you network with others, then you learn more. You truly, truly learn more. I look at Lady Annette and I've learned so much from her. Like, I remember over COVID, she was such a breath of fresh air.
Yes.
Way into 2020. She carried us with so much. And why am I saying that? Bringing it back into time management, there is so much that we can do. But it starts from what are you going to prioritize? And that is exactly what you've been speaking about today. Nobody can, I said, God can say, I want you to do A, B, C, and he will not plan for you. So until we plan for ourselves, and trust me, you can say no. I was sharing with them 5 ways to tactfully say no. There's something called a yes, no, yes way, which says you say yes to yourself, because first of all, you are the most important person in the game. Now you say no to what they're asking you to do in a positive way, and help them think of a way of achieving. If you have a solution, give them the solution. Because until you say, even though you are saying no to them, can you show empathy? Show, okay, maybe what if you try this, and this? And let it be clear that you're not going to be able to do it even next month. It's not like I may be able to. Let the boundaries be very clear. Tactfully, make sure. Because sometimes people think, but you said you could not do it now, but you might do it next month. Hello, I say I cannot do it at all. Like, so sometimes we can't use emotions. That's what I found out. We can't use emotions in this thing, or else we'll not get anything done, because women were very emotional. Oh, I really have to. People take on roles. They know they cannot accommodate, but they take on the roles. And then they get there and they're like, oh, what did I just sign up for? I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. Why sign up for it? So that's my 2 cents.
Wow, thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Yes, guys. I mean, yes, no, 2 most productive words that if you don't master it, please master it. Master it. Okay to use it, okay? And people will understand you later on. For now, some people may not understand, but as they get to know you, as they get to see what is coming out of you, not by that fruit, we know them. By the fruit, by what is coming out, they see your life is productive. They see you are achieving this, you are moving from this level to another. Then they begin to understand like, oh, no wonder she said no. Now I know why. All right, Lady Annetta, to you. I'll mute.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet because my sisters, you have said it today. This is what you get when you connect with intentional women who are living life on purpose. We don't always get everything right, but when we come together, we can learn. If you ever get above learning, I can't be connected to you because I haven't arrived yet. So I'm just saying, but I get there closer and closer to the goals when I connect with intentional people. My only comment is that I wanted to say an impromptu no interrupts an intentional yes. Meaning an intentional yes
you need
has
to say that again. Yes.
Tweetable, and that's a quote. Yes, from
okay.
Amen.
Say it again. I'm writing it down.
An impromptu no. That thing you say, oh, okay, or you let your emotions carry you into, sister, that was right on point. That was right on point. And an impromptu no interrupts or can disrupt an intentional yes. An intentional yes means you have put it on the calendar, you have given it time. And this is where you said, I'm going to spend that time. So when I let my emotions carry me to, oh, well, just gonna, yeah, I can do that, sis. I can do that. I can squeeze that in. You have just interrupted something on your calendar that you had already assigned the time. Pastor V, that was powerful today. Assigning time. And assigning time is an intentional yes. because these are the things that align with me reaching my and achieving my goals. Amen.
Amen.
Good. That was good today.
Amen. Wow. I love that quote. Yes. The impromptu no, interrupt or disrupt an intentional yes. I mean, and you always want to be thinking about that. You know, it's like when you say yes to certain things, that now what you have already planned as a yes before, that is being taken away because you can't say no to certain things. And sometimes these are things that we can feel like, oh my God, now I can't do this again. I may not have another opportunity to get to that again. So you always want to be like, it's okay, that no, yes, and like Pastor Luola, but they say if you have someone that can help them in that area, oh, I'll be like, you know what? Go to this person, it can help. But like right now, it's a no for me. And that is, once you budget your time, saying no is not going to be that difficult for you anymore, because you know what, for you to say yes to something, that means you are saying no to something, that you are giving up something. Like if you plan to sleep, for example, and that sleep is very important to you, it's your it's like maybe you've been working, you haven't rested, you know that I need 3 hours, I need to get myself together. And then somebody now call you, like, you know what? I need you to say no to the yes you already have for your mindfulness, your resting, so that you can come and hang out with me for something. You'd be like, does that impromptu thing, does it worth it for your own mental wellness? So, it's just so powerful. It's just so powerful. So budget your time, schedule your time, work with that. And when people understand that is how you function, they will not bring something to you that will waste your time. And people will appreciate the time that they get to spend with you, because then they know that this person is on a mission. But if you say yes to everything, before you know it, they can call you anytime and be like, oh, you have to respond to them. But when you say, you know what, I can now, maybe let me look at my Friday schedule, I can give you 15 minutes. Then they know that 15 minutes is valuable. They will maximize it. But if they know they have free way to you say yes to them all the time, the respect is not going to be there. The boundary is going to be abused. You're going to be walk up on, anytime. You're going to be like, but once they know yes, it's no, but I can give you 15 minutes on Friday. This is the 15 minutes I have. I can do that with you, but if not, that is another time, and no, right now. And it's okay. Oh, I love the energy in the room today. I love the energy in the room. Anybody? Yes, the 90-day achievers. Oh my God. Thank you, Lady Annette. See, this, we have used this over and over and over again. And this is, it's a 90-day, yeah, this is a little bit, but it's a 90-day achievers plan. And that if you want to work on any specific goal, like Woman of God is working with, for people who are doing books, you want to work on a specific goal within a short time, God, this is only for 90 days. You can actually use this planner. Thank you for bringing that up, Sister Neda. Use this planner to help you make it happen in 90 days. It's only good for 90 days, but if you're working on a specific project, you are working on a business, on a book, or whatever it is, you're going to have to make it happen. Thank you, ladies. Anybody have anything to say on what we've shared about? Any add-on, any tip you want to share that has been working well for you when it comes to how you use your time, how you manage your time, or what has been challenging for you in managing your time? Somebody can give you word of wisdom here. What has been so difficult in managing your time? What is it that makes it like, oh, you can't get all this thing done? What is it? Somebody can give you, there are 2 cents here, and you'll be grateful for it. So anybody, if not, let me share this. You can raise your hand, you can unmute and say if you have anything to say while I pull this up. So this is announcement. So I started a monthly women prayer this year, early this year, and we do it every third Friday of the month. Every third Friday is 45 minutes to an hour. No, women, we do a lot. We encourage ourselves and then we pray. It's prayer. So every third Friday of the month. It's in the night time, so it's 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. We do it on Zoom, then I stream it on YouTube as well. If you want to join Zoom or you want to listen it on YouTube, but it's on Friday, every third Friday of the month, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. I believe we need that with everything that God has committed into our hands. We need God. We need the grace of God. It is grace. And he said, we make 2 Corinthians 9, 9, I believe it's 8. We make his grace abound to us all in all things. And we need the grace. We get that through prayers. We may do a lot, but then we still need God's favor on everything that we do. So it's 9 p.m. So if you're available, you can join us 9 p.m. every third Friday of the month. And the achievers, no, this one that we are doing today, this is female leaders. It's not for everybody, for female leaders, for business leaders, people that want to connect. And we do this every second Friday. Every second Friday. If anything happens that won't be able to host it, I will send message out. So the link that we use today is the same link. You may want to save it. But if you register, this is intentional because I make it that people have to register for it. So you don't get the link if you don't register. You can watch it live. But this is a budgeted time that if you want to be here, you want to be intentional about it, you get the link. But for those who are here, once you have the link, it's the same link. I already lock it in. It's the same link every second Friday of the month. But we still create events so that for those who haven't been part, they can join, can register, and we have the information and send the link out. And our next Achievers General Meeting. Okay, like I said, last month we did our Achievers Conference. It was great. So thank you to those who joined us online and those in Houston. We have it on my YouTube channel. The Saturday session, we broke it down. We have the entire thing, but then we've broken it down into the panel discussion. I have uploaded that one. I'm having issue uploading the Pastor Joy session, which hopefully by this weekend I'll be able to have it there. So you'll be able to watch like each session instead of sitting down for 3 hours. You can just watch whichever one you want to watch and take it from there. So, but the next general meeting, monthly meeting is Thursday, May 25. It's a Thursday at 7 p.m. For now, we might change the time depending, but the team lead said for now, let's keep it at that and then see if we need to move things around. We'll definitely move things around, but it's stated for Thursday. I think it's the last Thursday of the month, last Thursday of every month, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that if once you know, you can put them on your calendar, budget the time. And we are creating for the next few months at the end of the year, all of the dates and the theme of the month, we are creating them together so that we can blast it out and you can have the date, you can have the topic. I know next month we're talking about parenting. We have some few things that we highlight. And then once we post it out, we'll see whichever area you want to contribute. And if you have any special area that you want to share with the general population, please reach out to me, let me know. Or if you anything you want to share on this platform that we do on the second Friday, that sorry, I'm not the only person talking. So reach out to me. Yes, so if you have any specific thing that it will help all of us together. Let me know, then I will have you on the calendar. It's second Friday of the month for this one. And yes, my coaching is back open, one-on-one coaching. If you want that, I have a couple of 15-minute discovery session. Then I have like the paid session. So if you go on that site, you will see all I have available. You can book time with me. Like you guys know, I go with budgeted time. So we all go with that. So yes. So but that is all we have on that one. So anybody have anything you want to say so we can close up for today? It's been an awesome time. Any close word of encouragement, any add-on, any announcement on your end you want to share? Yes, Lady Annetta, go for it.
Just want to say it is so good to see that each and every one of us that is here with you today, it says something. We have those seasons of we're doing greater work, but we're still connected. And that's what I always believe. During the pandemic, my work was always in person. I did very little live streaming and things of that nature. But when the pandemic hit, I had to embrace that. So I had to reallocate that time more effectively. To be effective, I had to really budget. And it was hard using different time zones and reaching different people and new clients in different spaces. However, being connected to the achievers made it possible for me to thrive in that season. And now getting back now out face to face, I just had an airplane trip and it was like, okay, I can do this. But nevertheless, who you're connected to matters. Who's supporting your goals matters. We can't all be together doing the same thing and still achieving the greatness that we are destined to and purposed to do. We have an intentional assignment and we have intentional time. And God expects us to be good stewards of that time. And ladies, you have been just that. And us showing up to here today encourages me to continue to keep this relationship. So yes, Pastor V, I will be doing a one-on-one with you. Yes, ma'am, because there's some things that I want to share with you, but I'm respecting the time that you have given to us to do that. So that when we come together in our monthly meetings and these type of gatherings where our voice is being amplified, that it shows what relationships, intentionality, and time management really looks like. So thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you. The people you hang out with really matters to your destiny. And I know Bible is very, very correct on that. If you are around evil communication, whatever it is, it's going to mess you up. When you are around people who are positively, imparting into your lives, encouraging you, they are making things happen. I mean, you feel motivated. You get the energy, their energy rubs up on you. Like, if she can do it, you know what? I think I can do it as well. And sometimes that is what we need. Sometimes we need to leverage on the faith of other people. If you remember when Jesus was walking on water, and Peter just see him walking on water, was moved like, Jesus, if you can do it, can I do this too? Can you help me to do what you're doing? And Jesus said, you know what? You want to walk on water? Go for it. He was able to leverage the faith of Jesus. And if he didn't see Jesus walking on water, he wouldn't try that. So sometimes these environments kind of like may wake something up inside of you, give you the knowledge that you need, give you the confidence that you need, give you the energy that, yes, you can do it. And if you have questions, none of us, we don't get it right the first time, all right? Oh, God. They always say, pay forward to success. We are falling so many times, all right? Nobody get it right the first time. The first time you become a man, you don't get it right. But the second time, the third time, like, oh, thank God, I got it now. You don't get it right. So there is always room for improvement. But here you can have people that can support you. You can pick on their brain to help you. Like woman of God that has written 14 books. If you're struggling to get your first book out, I would say you need to connect with her. If you be like, I need one book and then you haven't gotten it, somebody has written 14 books. It's like she's popping it like every other month, okay? I have a couple of her books. I love the one she did on parenting. Very, 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 very good. So some people have done this, and there are people like us, like, hey, if she could do it. Like, this woman is busy, or you don't want to see her life. But the things that we get in this atmosphere, it just keeps us going. It's like a daily dose of vitamin that kind of infuse some life into us and just get us going. All right, so I'm gonna stop talking. So if no any other thing, we are going to be wrapping this up. Father, we want to thank you for our time together today. Thank you for making this time productive. Thank you for all the women that are in the house today and those watching us on YouTube. Lord, even as we have discussed, we have rub mind and share things. We ask that you breathe upon this time for us. All the things we need together, we ask that your spirit guide us. Help us, oh God, we receive insight, we receive wisdom to be able to manage our time well in the name of Jesus. And all of the dreams that we have, Lord, we ask that you help us to achieve them. We receive grace from you, Father. Thank you, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, ladies. God bless you. Have an amazing weekend. If I can be of help, I'm here. Connect with other ladies here, okay? Connect with other ladies. Let's make sure we are friends to each other on social media and connect and follow. Let's follow each other. God bless you. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, all right, let me see your subscription there. Go on. It's Victoria Showumi. Yes, yes. So thank you so much, Abidemi. Make sure you subscribe. And those who are watching us, leave a comment. So I love you guys. I love you guys. The grace of God is sufficient for you. You can do it. And just remember, you need time to rest. All right, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, self-care is very important. It's of high priority as well as every other thing. God help you in Jesus' name. I love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful one.
Thank you. We love
Thank
you too.
Love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
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 Blessings to you all.